What if I told you that the Vancouver Canucks just snagged a player that the Edmonton Oilers had their eyes on? That's right. The Canucks have made a bold move by acquiring a forward who could change the dynamic of their roster. As they gear up for the second half of the season, this depth addition could be the key to a playoff push. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into what this means for the team and the players' potential impact. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give a like to keep up with all the latest Canucks news. The Vancouver Canucks have made a significant move by acquiring Drew O'Connor in a trade, and let me tell you, as a passionate fan, this is a move I'm excited about. O'Connor was on the radar of several teams, including our Western rivals, the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights. According to Elliot Friedman, the Canucks outmaneuvered these teams to secure O'Connor, along with defenseman Marcus Pettersson. It's clear that Vancouver is serious about building a competitive roster. O'Connor's contract is a steal at $925K. He might not be a top scorer, but what he brings to the table is invaluable. Speed, forechecking, and the ability to create chances. Sure, he can be a bit frustrating with his finishing ability, but you can't deny the energy and distinct identity he adds to the bottom six. Last season, O'Connor had a bit of an offensive breakout with the Penguins, largely due to their lack of depth on the left wing, which gave him more ice time. This year, his numbers may not be as high, but he remains a crucial depth piece. Now, let's talk about the Oilers. They were in the mix for O'Connor, which is interesting considering there were whispers about them wanting to prioritize acquiring a defenseman. This suggests that Edmonton's management might not be entirely sold on John Klingberg's fit within their system. It's a clear indication that the Oilers recognize a need for speed and forechecking in their depth roles, and O'Connor would have fit that description perfectly. But now, with him off the market, they'll have to look elsewhere. As for the Canucks, it's been reported that they are looking to extend O'Connor's contract. This is crucial. Even if the team finds themselves outside of playoff contention as the deadline approaches, extending O'Connor means he likely won't be available for trade. This tells me that management is not just thinking short-term. They're focused on building a sustainable future. So, do I think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, I love the potential O'Connor brings and the depth he adds to our lineup. On the other hand, I can't help but feel a bit anxious about the risk that comes with roster changes. Every decision impacts the chemistry of the team and ultimately shapes our playoff aspirations. But let's be real here. This is a move that could pay off big for the Canucks. O'Connor's speed and forechecking align perfectly with what we need, and if he can find that finishing touch, he could be a game-changer. This trade isn't just about the present. It's about sending a message to the fans that Vancouver is committed to contending. The Vancouver Canucks have made some intriguing moves as we approach the trade deadline, and I'm here to break down what it all means for our team. Recently, the Canucks acquired Drew O'Connor from the Pittsburgh Penguins, and according to insider Elliot Friedman, they weren't the only ones vying for his services. Edmonton and Vegas were in the mix, but it was Vancouver that pulled the trigger. This isn't just a simple acquisition. It's a calculated move that reflects the Canucks' vision for the rest of the season and beyond. Now, let's talk about why O'Connor was such a hot commodity. At just $925,000, he offers incredible value, especially for a team looking to maximize its cap space. Sure, his finishing ability may leave something to be desired, but let's not overlook his potential. O'Connor creates chances, and his speed and forechecking make him a perfect fit for what the Canucks are trying to build. In the past season, he had a slight offensive uptick with the Penguins, primarily due to the lack of depth on the left wing, which afforded him more opportunities. This year, his production has dipped a bit, but he still brings a unique identity to the bottom six. But here's where it gets interesting. Reports suggest that the Canucks are looking to extend O'Connor's contract. This isn't just a short-term play. The front office is clearly seeing potential in him and wants to ensure he remains part of the team's future. If you ask me, it's a sign that the Canucks are not only focusing on the present, but also on building a competitive squad moving forward. Now, let's pivot to the Oilers. It's fascinating to consider that they were interested in O'Connor. They might have been prioritizing a defenseman, but their interest in a player like O'Connor speaks volumes about their current needs. In the fast-paced game of the NHL, speed and effective forechecking are essential, and it seems like Edmonton is acknowledging that. With their management seemingly unsettled about John Klingberg's integration into the system, it raises questions about their overall strategy. As Canucks fans, we should feel a mix of excitement and caution. The moves being made are strategic, but the execution will ultimately dictate our playoff hopes. O'Connor's addition should bolster our depth, allowing us to compete more effectively. But this also leads me to wonder, do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, O'Connor fits the mold of what we need, but on the other, how much more could we have done? The potential for O'Connor to contribute effectively in a specific role is undeniable, and the front office's confidence in him suggests they see him as a key component in our future. If he can harness his ability to generate chances and add a little more finish to his game, we could be looking at a valuable asset for years to come. So, what does this mean for our chances? Well, it's a step, but not the entire journey. The Canucks still need to address certain gaps and bolster the roster if they want to make a serious playoff push. And while O'Connor might not be a household name, his acquisition signals that Vancouver is serious about building a competitive team. The energy around this move is palpable, and it's exciting to think about what lies ahead. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Do you believe this is the right path for the Canucks? Are you excited about O'Connor's potential? Or do you think we missed an opportunity to make a bigger splash? This is a pivotal moment for our team, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay in the loop as we dive deeper into the Canucks season, and let's keep this conversation going.